Good morning, students. How are you doing? I hope you are well and good. Today, I would like to discuss a new topic, that is development of lateral surfaces. So, first of all, I like to explain a definition. What is meant by development of lateral surfaces? Take a hollow object of a thin metal and cut it at one end of the sides and unfold the total object, then whatever the shape you obtain is nothing but development of surfaces. To understand it clearly, I like to take an example. Let us say this is a square prism. The base shape is square. The top is also square. I have taken a square prism with the rectangle faces, four rectangle faces. Now, what I did just now in the development of surfaces, I started to cut at one end of the longer edge, and unfold the total object. Then whatever the shape you obtain, that shape is nothing but development of lateral surfaces. So I started to cut here and open it. So I can see the total rectangle face along with the two bases. So what is this base? Square shape and square shape. So it is a square prism. So here we got a rectangle shape. So this is nothing but the development of surfaces. So here we have few examples. Let us take first one is a cylinder. So cylinder, I started to cut here one of the generator end at the extreme point. Now I open it, then I will get a rectangle shape which having a height of h. And what is this length of the rectangle sheet? The length of the rectangle sheet is pi into d. Why it is pi into d? If you cut the circle and open it, you will get a line. The length of the line is circumference of the circle. So circumference of the circle is nothing but pi into d. So this is the development for the cylinder. Similarly, if you go for the cone, so cone is having a apex point. At the same time, the base shape is circle. Whatever these lines are, the slant edges, or generator lines having a length L. Now I started to cut like this at the extreme point, extreme line of the slant edge. Now if you open it, whatever the shape you will get, this is the shape you are going to obtain like this. This is the length, the slant height or slant length, and it is making an angle theta. So to find out the theta, what is the angle between these two slant lengths is you can determine by here. So theta equal to R by L into 360 degrees. So here R is nothing but the radius of the cone and L is nothing but the slant height or slant length. Now we completed these two solids. Now we go ahead for the pentagon prism. So in the pentagon prism also same concept. You cut one of the longer edge and open it. Again you will get a rectangle shape with respect to the height. So here what is the length should be taken here? It is a pentagon. Pentagon having a 5 sides. So multiply 5 into side. For example, the side is given 40 mm. Then multiply 5 into 40. You will get the 200 mm length. So this is the portion. For example, in the base of pentagon, if you give an hexagon, simply take 6 into sides. Then the height won't be changed. Whatever the height is there, the same longer edge height should be taken here also. Now we completed prism portion. We jump into the pyramids. So I have taken example a square pyramid. It is a base shape is square and it is having an apex. The slant height is given L, and if you cut one of the longer edge and open it, this is the shape you are going to see. Here I can see only arc in the cone, but here I can see the slant edge, base edges also. So base edges are shown in the red side. So we have to draw the base edges also. So this is the steps for the pyramid. So same formula is applicable for cone and pyramids. Now quickly we will make a problem on the development of surfaces. Before going to explain the problem, so what is the need of this development of the surfaces means to avoid the wastage of the given material. We are using this lateral surface of the development. For example, if you have the exact dimensions, you can save the material. With the help of saving material, you can economy rate can be increased, and these can be used in the fabrication process. These are the development surfaces can be used in the fabrication process. For example, the applications of the development of surfaces are boxes, cartoons, and you can call let us say automobile parts, some automobile parts and some parts of aeroplanes. Now we will take a problem on the development of surfaces. The first problem is on pentagon prism. The pentagon prism of base side 30 mm and height or axis height is 50 mm. Axis height is 50 mm. Is standing on HP. Is standing on HP horizontal plane, and one of its base side is perpendicular to the VP, and it is cut by the plane. It is cut by a sectional plane or plane 45 degrees to the it is cut by a sectional plane 45 degrees to the HP, 45 degrees inclined to the HP, and perpendicular to VP through the midpoint of the axis, and draw the development of surfaces. So I repeat this question. A pentagon prism, base side 30 mm, height 50 mm. Let us say this is a pentagon. The pentagon prism having a side 30 mm and height is given 50 mm, is standing on HP, is simply standing on the HP. Whenever in the development of surfaces is given in the problem, simply whatever the axis is there, the axis is not going to tilt. Just like in the section of solids, it will be standing on the HP or it will standing on the VP. This is the condition will be given in the problem. So it will standing on the HP or it will stand on the VP will be given in the problem. So only the cutting plane is going to be tilted, just like in the section of solids. So here it is standing on the HP and the base side is perpendicular. We will see that, and it is cut by a plane 45 degrees inclined to the HP. It is cut by a plane 45 degrees inclined to the HP and perpendicular to the VP through the midpoint of the axis. Now draw the development of surfaces. So this is a pentagon. Now what is the solution? Here the solution is given. Base side equal to 30 mm is mentioned, and height is given. Height is 50 mm. And it is cut by a plane perpendicular to it is cut by an inclined plane. Theta is given. Whenever HP is given in the problem, that is theta, that is 45 degrees. The cutting plane is given how much? The cutting plane is given by 45 degrees through the midpoint. Now this is the condition of the problem. So which diagram you are going to draw? What is the object here? Object is pentagon. Which object you are going to draw? So this is the object you are going to draw as an initial step. So see here, I am explaining in this problem also. The base edge is on HP. At the same time, it is perpendicular to the VP, one of the base side, let us say this is my xy axis. Let us say this is my xy axis. If I take this base side, I extend it to the reference line, I draw a projection line, simply draw the projection line with respect to this base side, I will get a perpendicular symbol. If I extend this side, you can't get a perpendicular symbol, or if you extend this side, you can't get a perpendicular symbol. So this diagram we have to draw. For example, instead of in this problem the base side is perpendicular to VP is given, this is the diagram you are going to draw. First, in case the base side is not perpendicular, parallel to the VP is given, then simply you have to draw this shape of pentagon, this shape of the pentagon. So one of the side, here we have 5 sides are there, along the 5 sides one of the side is parallel to VP, so this is VP and this is HP, yes or no? So one of the side is parallel to the VP and we satisfy the condition also. If parallel is asked in this problem, if perpendicular is asked, then draw this diagram. Sometimes whatever this pentagon is there, you can draw this pentagon like this also. So this is also parallel to the VP, you can draw this condition also if parallel case is asked. Moreover, here some in the problem along with the parallel to the VP, he will say away to the VP, so this is away. If it is nearer to the VP, this is the condition. If it nearer to the VP, this is the diagram we have to draw. This is nearer to the VP, one of the side is parallel. So in this problem he asked to draw base side is perpendicular to the VP, draw this. If perpendicular to the VP is given means whatever the base shape is there, you should draw in the HP and the side should be perpendicular to the reference line. If perpendicular to the HP is given, then this diagram should be drawn in the VP. Here we have to draw in the VP, and whatever the side is there, that should be perpendicular to the reference line. So simple concept, remember this, very very important while doing the problem. In any kind of problem, solids or section of solids or development of surfaces, perpendicular to the VP is given means you have to draw in the opposite plane, that is in the HP. Now we will start the problem. So cutting plane is 45 degrees, this is a cutting plane, this is a cutting plane. Cutting plane is inclined with HP and perpendicular to the VP, condition is given. So this is a hexagon, so this is the actual shape we are going to draw, this is the actual shape. So draw the reference line, now draw the hexagon, pentagon shape, sorry pentagon not hexagon. So this base side is perpendicular. Now give the names A, B, C, D and E. Similarly, whenever the prism is given, we have two bases. So give one more name. Opposite base is P, Q, R, S, T. Here in this pentagon, we have one midpoint is also there. You know already how to find the midpoint, so I am not explaining again. Simply draw two perpendicular lines, you will get the midpoint from the base sides. So this is the midpoint. Now the height is given how much? 50 mm. Now we have from the midpoint onwards draw an axis line. What is the height of the axis line? 50 mm. This is the axis line. From A onwards draw a projection line 50 mm. From E onwards draw a projection line. Similarly, from the D onwards draw a projection line. What is this height? This height is given already 50 mm. What is the base side? The base side is given having a length of 30 mm. Now close that. So this is a long dashed line. Now give the names here. So this is the position. Here we have, let us say this is ABCD and this upside is a PQRS. This is A dash and this is B dash and D dash. Similarly this is C dash and D dash. Similarly here this is P, Q, R, S dash and this is my Q and T dash. This is still this is the initial steps. Now we have to develop the given pentagon prism solid. So while developing for pentagon prisms or a square prism or any kind of prism, you will get a rectangle shape. So what is the length we are going to be? So the length should be, for example, if pentagon is given, we have to take 5 into S. If hexagon is given, take 6 into S. So the length of the rectangle should be the 5 into S. So the 5 here, 5 into S is given, so we will take the 150 mm. So in order to draw, I am rubbing this question. Now we are using a parallel line method to draw the development of this solid. So simply draw a horizontal line. Simply draw a horizontal line to up to some extent. So this is my reference axis. The reference axis is also extended. The reference axis is also extended. Now from here to here, give some gap and draw the height. What is the height of the rectangle shape? The height of the rectangle shape should be the 50 mm only. So if you open it, if you unfold the pentagon prism, you will get the height 50 mm only. And what is this length? The length should be a 150 mm. Why we are getting a side? The side is how much? 30, 30, 30, 30. So you get 5 into 30, that is 150. So 150 length. From here onwards, you measure 150 mm and cut it. Or simply you take one of the sides. You take one of the sides and measure in the compass. Let us say this is 30 mm. Cut an arc. Now do 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now give the names. This is the starting letter A, B, C, D, E. Now give names. This is, so while developing surfaces, we have to give the capital letters. I already indicated my small letters here and I shown the A dash letter in the front view. Now we have to show the difference. So we have to give capital letters in the development of surfaces. Don't indicate small letters. This is A, B, C, D, E, again A, again A. Why I have given again A? See here. Why I have given again A means, for example, if we started to fold again, these are the two edges. These are the two edges. I need to club it. So I clubbed it. So A will attach to the A again. So here I need to draw this. So simply measure the 150 mm. Give the 30 mm sides. You will get this. So what is this length? This length is going to be 150 mm. The height is already mentioned, that is 50 mm. Now from B point onwards, draw a longer edges. We have to show the longer edges in this diagram. So show the longer edges also. Show the longer edges also. Whenever you open the unfold it, then you can see the longer edges also. These are the longer edges. These are the four longer edges. So these are the 4 longer edges you can see in the diagram for a square prism. So here pentagon is asked, so we can see the 5 longer edges. So this is the top bottom one. Similarly with respect to ABCD, we have a PQRS also. Draw P, Q, R, S, T and again P. So I drawn this shape. Now what is the condition, initial condition? If cutting plane is not given in this problem, then this is the diagram, then the solution is completed. If cutting plane is indicated in this problem, so cutting plane is indicated in this problem. What is the cutting plane is indicated in this problem? The cutting plane is making an angle 45 degrees with respect to 45 degrees with respect to the HP. So theta is mentioned in the problem. So from exactly at where, at the midpoint onwards, the cutting plane is indicated in this problem. So from this axis onwards, draw a cutting plane from this axis at the exactly midpoint at the distance of 25. Draw a cutting plane like this. So what is this angle? That is 45 degrees. Now here the cutting plane passed how many edges? The cutting plane is passed how many longer edges? 1, 2, 3. And the back side 4 and the back side 5. So we have 5 cutting edges. We have to draw these 5 cutting edges. So this is a point A, this point B, point C, and give the names cutting points for 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash. So this is 1 dash, 2 dash, this is 3 dash. In the back side we have one more edge, that is 4 dash, this is 5 dash. Now we have to show this. So what is the retained portion in this diagram? This is the retained portion in this diagram. This is the whatever the upper portion is there, above the cutting plane some upper portion is there, you are removing it, and whatever the retained portion is there, you are unfolding the object. Now we are going to see in these rectangle faces. So simply to get that shape, should measure the distance from the reference axis onwards from the cutting point. Measure this distance, this point to 1 dash. I measure this distance and shift to the AP longer edge. Where is the AP longer edge? The AP longer edge is located here. You measure this distance, I repeat, and simply shift here. So this is my 1. Next, here we have 2 longer edges, BQ and ET. BQ longer edge and ET longer edge. So here we have 2 dash and 5 dash. On the BQ longer edge, measure the distance from here to the reference line onwards, exactly at point B onwards, 2 dash distance cutting point. You measure this distance and shift only on BQ. So this is my cutting point 2. Here we have 2 cutting points, 5 dash is also located. So that is ET longer edge. You can see in the top view, ET longer edge. Now see the B dash to 2 dash we completed. Now see ET dash is also done. So measure this reference line to the 5 dash distance, and where you have to keep on the ET longer edge. So ET longer edge is located here. That is my 5th point. So both are located on the same height. Or simply, if you are confused, draw a projection lines like this. This is the projection lines. You draw projection lines. So ET longer edge is located on the 5th point. I draw on the 5 dash cutting point. Now we completed these 2. Next one is the CD longer edge and RS longer edge. So here CR longer edge, exactly CR longer edge, that is the 3rd point. You measure this distance or shift a parallel line, draw the projection line very lightly, don't highlight. Now measure this distance. I prefer simply this process, don't draw the projection lines. Measure this distance from C to 3 dash distance and keep on the CR longer edge. That is my third cutting point. Now along with that, the back side we have the 4 dash cutting point also. That is my DS longer edge. DS longer edge is located here. Both are having same distance. So measure this distance on the reference line to the 4th point. Now shift here on the DS longer edge. So this is my 4th. Now simply you have to join the lines. Simply you have to join the lines from the cutting points. So this is a 1 dash. These are from bottom of the base to 1 to 2. join a line. Next 2 to 3, join a line. 3 to 4 is a straight. Similarly 4 to 5, join a straight line. And see, we completed this portion. Again AP is located here. Whatever the distance is there on the AP longer edge, measure the distance and shift here. So this is my 1. Now join this line. Join this line. And you have to highlight this portion, and you have to highlight this portion. Why we need to highlight this portion? Because this is the retained section. After the cutting plane is passed, what is the retained section? Here I am drawing this, the retained portion. This is the retained portion I have seen after cutting plane is passed like this. So this is a retained portion. So if you unfold this object, this is the shape you are going to see. This is the sheet metal I required for developing this is solid. So that's why we have to highlight these outers. Along with that, here longer edges also visible inside. So you have to highlight these longer edges also. And don't highlight these longer edges. Why we don't highlight? Because this is a portion we removed, and watching from the top side and developing, this is the portion I will get. So I hope you understand clearly on the development of surfaces for the first problem. And tomorrow I am going to discuss another problem, and thank you.